Good morning, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Today we are in the JA37DI F21. It is like $80 premium, I'm pretty sure, and it's gay, unfortunately, deeply upsetting. Either way, this thing gets 4 AMRAMs, 2 9Ls, it gets a terrible, terrible RWR, and, yeah, it's an interesting plane, that's for sure. I'm gonna hit the deck here because I actually don't know sort of what's been slung at me. I mean, I sort of do. You can sort of read it, but it's a bit like... It's kind of like trying to read a book in, like, Spanish if you're a native English speaker. Like, you can sort of understand what's going on to an extent, but then, like, you get a big word coming at you, and it's like, oh, okay, I've got no idea what this means now. And, yeah, except the punishment for this is you die in-game instead of just, like, wasting 20 minutes of your time trying to read a book that you can't fucking read. Anyways... We're going to sling off an AMRAM here. That was probably a bit of a bad launch, but either way, he is going to try and multipath it. It does actually just connect anyways. Apparently that wasn't a bad launch. Apparently there was a Furball 92. I need to increase my game volume so I can actually hear the RWR. That would be nice. Also, I do think the default camo, and really this plane in general, I think it looks really ugly. I'm definitely going to get flack for saying this, but I really don't care as well. Why is there another? Wait. Okay, cool. Thanks, Gaijin. Appreciate you pulling me out of the queue there. Actually, the cancel button pulled a Clash Royale just there. Look at that. But as I was saying, I did have to go to the user skin War Thunder Live and go fish for a user skin on there. And I hope you appreciate me for doing that, because as soon as I open it, the first one I see, as soon as I said it's popular for this play, the first one I see is just a child, and then the second one I see is an anime girl waggling her ass at the camera, so I mean... I found one eventually, but it took a reduced quantity of brain cells after I'd made it out of that website, so, you know. This one does look quite nice, though. You need to put this camo on more planes. That would be good. This might be a Griffin camo, actually. I don't know. Yeah, either way, I have no idea how you play this plane, because I haven't, you know, played the plane at all. This is my first time playing it, and probably be my last, because, you know, it's just... the RWR is appalling, man. This plane is very, like, it seems very good for lower skilled players because your missiles are going to do a lot of the work for you, especially considering, once again, you are 13.0 with AMRAMs. It's a pretty potent combination, especially if you're facing people who don't exactly know what they're fully doing. But then the downside is that when you actually are put in more stressful situations, your RWR is just not really good enough to get you out of them. Unless you're supremely lucky, so in a lot of cases, no matter how good you are, you're just sort of going to eat shit anyways. I was going to say, I actually have no idea if I would rather fly the new premium F-18, and I got to test that. I got to have a look at that. I said I was going to make a video on it, and I will, but I just haven't, you know, really gotten around to doing that just yet. We don't actually need to maintain a TWS lock here, especially because he's pulling back in, because it is up high. We are actually getting somewhat of a launch tone this time. It is from our right, obviously, the only direction where there is players. Yep, okay, it was SU-33, that tallies. Baseball, huh? I'm gonna pull back in. He might not actually be fully dead. I don't really want a missile dropped on me still. Of course, this thing doesn't get HMD. I don't know what I was expecting. There is... Are you the good one or the bad one? Ooh, 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 ooh. Are you just fucked here? Yeah, sorry, man. Yeah, you're not making it out alive of that. Bink. Alright, that's good. I'm gonna use this hill. There's bombs? Okay, interesting. I'm gonna not multipath, but just like block people from locking me using this hill here. I'm probably just gonna try and fly this mostly preventatively, which is if you don't have a missile shot at you in the first place, then your RWR won't be shit enough to get you killed from it, if that makes sense. So, essentially how you would fly a flare-less plane, but instead for radar missiles and not for IR missiles. As well as that multipath is also going to be quite useful, but it's going to be a little bit more scuffed because you can't really put the missile to your right if you don't know which direction the missile's coming from, aside from just like a vague beeping with a rough cardinal direction. Looks like we do win this game, though. I mean, they do have a couple people left still. Are they over there? There's a couple of them over there. MiG-29 over this way. I'm going to push this way still with this Horio over here. Ooh, hi, buddy. You are giga-fucked right now. Good luck notching. Yeah, he's too slow to even notch that. Nope, I jinxed myself. Okay. Well, we're just gonna pull back around, and anyways, he immediately flies straight back towards us. We're gonna notch his derby. And we are just going to, you know, if it's within visual range like that, you can kind of just notch based off of feel if you sort of know what you're doing. It's the longer range shots which are going to really fuck you over. Well, that was super close range, so it was kind of like a notch or die situation. Now we have 2 9Ls. You know, oh, I should have been paying more attention to you. I thought you weren't going to come up for me, but I guess you are. Do you even see me, actually? I'm getting locked from something. I'm just gonna... So both of these are getting flared. Never mind, the F-14's just too hot. Never mind, the F-14 was not too hot. It almost tracks for both of them, but they both just die. Now we're on a 3rd-gen flight model and emerging as the MiG-29. It is an SMT, which is the bad one, but it... Oh, you're coming back. I gotta get the fuck out of Dodge. Me when I go to buy a new truck. So stupid, man. That's an R-73. We're just fucked. Never mind, we managed to flare it somehow. I'm going to, yep, start reflaring. That's not an R-73. That is a radar missile. Yep. Alright, well, I mean, I did a decent amount there, but it was just too many players, too little time. If the 9L ignored flares on either of those guys, I maybe could have won that, but they're 9Ls. It almost did on both, too. That's the upsetting bit. And Gaijin has tried to reset my fuel load again. I think I'll take 45 minutes. I was running 30 in that game, but I feel like I was running really low towards the end. Although these games do end quite quickly, I do like to bring fuel for the late game if I need to. That's assuming everyone doesn't die. We have got a down tier. Okay, hold on. Also, as you can see from the engagement with the MiG-29 last game, this is still very much a 3rd-gen flight model. It's for like for a 3rd-gen, it's quite good. You know, it can actually punch above its weight quite well at the BRs where it's supposed to be at, which is like... I don't actually know the BRs or the regular Vigans. They've moved everything around, but either way, like at the proper BRs, these things do punch up quite a bit. But in, you know, at 13.0, you're gonna be struggling a bit more. You bleed out all your speed if you move a lot. So yeah, that is another thing to keep in mind. You don't want to be flailing about too much in this thing unless you have a close range missile shot at you, in which case you gotta defend adequately. But you are going to get your ass rinsed and dogfights, and basically, against basically everything. I think the only thing you will probably be even or beat is the F4F Ice. And I mean, I think I would, I'd probably rather take this flight model over the Ice's flight model because you can use the pull to notch things at close range. Like, if the Kafir launch, if I was on the Phantom, I would have been so dead. But this thing can get you out of some sticky situations like that. It's just the issue is that you don't really retain your speed when you want to, so... If we run into any of the early 4th-gen flight models here, the F-14s, more so the F-16s and F-15s, we're going to get cooked this game. So I'm going to try and not do that. I don't care if you want to fly in formation with me. This guy's probably going to try and ram me. I don't trust any brainlet who tries to get within 0.5 kilometers of me off takeoff. I've been rammed too many times by these monkeys. I'm just going to move away. Also, sorry for not being around for a couple days, too. I have had to try and juggle main channel with 2nd channel with university work, and I had like a pretty stressful week for university. I've had like English essay, engineering paper, calculus exam, 2 loads of chemistry homework. It was like 100 and some problems, so it's just like a lot of stuff which I had to get done, and I, you know, was trying to put more effort into main channel videos because I wanted to get it released for April 1st, which I didn't. So, yeah, I just didn't make 2nd channel videos for a bit, but I am back on, I was going to say keeping the ball rolling now, but I tried to say back on the balls instead. That's not. I am going to sort of pull in the general direction of this F-18. We do fire some rounds at him. Our guns are very low velocity, and it was from quite far away, so I wasn't really expecting that to connect. I don't know if he was above the ground enough to where I could have shot an AMRAAM, but I probably should have been paying a bit more attention to that. I don't know if that's an ET. I'm going to drop 1 flare. It was. It's a very good thing I did the flaring. He's probably going to shoot an R-73. Yep, he did. Can you... There we go. We get the AMRAAM off very late. It does slam him in the head-on and does absolutely nothing because it's an AMRAAM. Now we're in the middle of a furball, which I didn't really see because I didn't see this part of that team over here, and I'm just dead, I think. No, we managed to pull out the way of the tree. I probably should have shot in that head-on. I could have got a free kill there. Now there's 2 of them 180ing me, which is bad. Why is them... Every time I try and escape it, more people just get spotted right in front of me, man. Piss off. Piss right off. Okay, so this is bad. He does fly above multi-battle limit for whatever reason. I don't know, he's kind of dumb. We're going to drop a couple flares just in case the thing that was fired at me from behind is an IR. I don't think it is because we are getting a lock symbol. F15 as well. Okay. Yeah, so... my team's got rolled. That would be why F15 breaks off. All we got to do is just keep flying straight, and apparently they all leave. That's good. I need to pull back in like now. We're gonna air brake a little bit. If I can. I'm gonna fire that. It's not gonna track a teammate because both of them... it's not gonna track anything. It just leaves. Nope. Okay, well. I really ate my words there, didn't I? Fuck. I knew that lock on the F15 was very, bad. Like, it was a really sketch lock to begin with, but I was kind of hoping that my teammates also wouldn't pull into the missile and to somehow track the Phantom through the notch anyways, so God's strongest AMRAM, I guess. It's kind of funny, but... we're going to pull up and over this net. We are a ton slower than him in the merge. I'm going to go whoop. He just decides against flaring it for reasons. Okay. Oh, there's premium nets now. I forgot. That's why. That's why. Of course. That makes so much more sense. I'm going to fire my second 9L at him because he is last. No, there's one more. It gets flared. He dies anyways. We get kill credit. Oh, that felt like a lot more kills than 2. That was stressful as shit. Okay. Alright, well, I guess I'm just going to go kill some funny AIs. I mean, the reason I'm playing this is because I have the F18C to research. I've got no idea if this F18 is fully AFK or not. No, he is moving around and shit. Okay. We're going to have to actually fight a 4th gen here. Fortunately, it's only an F18, so it isn't, you know, the most capable plane in the world. The most capable 4th gen. It's still probably better than, like, an F14, but... we're going to just outroll the Sparrow from close range. I don't know why people still fire them that close. And he just leaves. Does he? Oh, wait, no, he's actually committing. No, he's leaving. Come on, buddy. I'm in a really mid-fall. Oh, come on. Yes, we might actually get a fight in here. All right, let's see how we roll. Are you just going to pull back in for another head-on? Yep, okay. Is he going to fire another Sparrow? No, he actually goes for guns this time. He does not use the AOA limiter. Instead, he tries to run away again. This time, he's going for the head-on with the F14. You're going to die to that, aren't you? No, he also Virgin rolls it. Let's go. Based. I now have to pull back in and hit the shot, which I miss. Unfortunate. I'm just going to pull back up and over here. We have a lot more speed than he did. Or he does, because he used his stall himself out button, which is very cool and quirky. F14 misses the shot on the free kill. I mean, to be fair, so did I like 30 seconds ago, so I can't really comment. There we go. We don't miss that one. He goes down. I do know... I do have, like, a little bit of residual knowledge of how to aim these guns from a couple other planes before. 3-kill game. Could have been 4 if the AMRAM did damage. Not bad. Could have been 5 if I didn't obliterate my teammate with an AMRAM. Yeah. I don't know. This is a plane. One of the planes of all time, that's for sure. Probably wouldn't buy it if I were you. Obviously, if you're good at the game, you can get high kill games in any plane, but if you're good at the game, you also don't really need my advice on whether you're buying a premium plane or not. You probably just know. But yeah, if you're not great and you want to grind Sweden, probably go with like the XS. I mean, it's... if you really, really, really want top tier, then... it's not even top tier, man. You just get AMRAMs at 13. You're just bullying children or getting bullied like a child. There's... I don't know. Plain. Anyway, have a good day. See you tomorrow. Yeah, goodbye.